Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you are watching the Exploring Oracle, or the Exploracle for short. Today we'll be taking a look at this deck, the Wandering Moon Tarot. So this is the box. It's by Rachel Jean. The Wandering Moon Tarot. And my box is a bit dented because I do usually get seconds if it's available on the shop. This means that like the packaging might not be pristine. I don't really care too much about the packaging as long as the cards are good. And you know, usually seconds are offered at a discount, so I definitely like taking advantage of that particular offer. So this is the inside of the box and the sides. You'll notice that there's like the stars are holographic, so it's really quite nice. Okay, there is an extra card here, and this is the guidebook. Now I'm going to show you the table of contents of the guidebook. So it's about the Wandering Moon Tarot, using the deck, how to use the deck, and then you have some spreads, and then the major and minor arcanas, and about the writers and further reading. Now, I don't like the font in this deck. So I do have vision problems. I have extreme hyperopia and astigmatism, and this is almost not readable for me actually. But I did contact Rachel through her Etsy shop, and she so kindly gave me a copy of the PDF for this so that I can actually zoom it in. So for those that do have let's say vision problems or difficulty reading the manual or the guidebook like me, you can reach out to her so that she can coordinate with you and give you the link or the copy directly. So that's very nice of her. But I actually hope that, you know, I guess in a future version of this deck, the font would be changed. And actually the guidebook is quite nice because you'll notice that for each of the cards, it's like the card is talking. So I am the card, something like that. It's always going to start with an I. So it's an interesting take or an interesting way to read a tarot guidebook. So that is the Wandering Moon Tarot Guidebook. Of course, let's take a look at the cards. So these are the cards. It has a really beautiful holographic gilding. It's nice. And it's not the, you know, the type that hurts your fingers. So it feels quite nice. And I mean, look at that. These are the backs. Again, the stars have this holographic detail, which is also very nice, and they are fully reversible. Cardstock is matte. It's a bit thick, but I think it would be soft enough to riffle shuffle later. Okay, so just give me a minute and I'll set up the cards so that we can take a look at each of the cards at a closer view. Okay, so let's start with the Fool. Of course, you'll notice that this is a black and white deck. Magician. The names are also, you know, it's like glossy, the names. And it does have minimalistic art, and it is not a Rider-Waite-Smith clone. So it takes a bit to get to, you would need to get to know the cards to really know the meanings. You can refer to the guidebook, but of course, like the Hermit, it's still reminiscent of the Rider-Waite-Smith. Justice. So I don't think it's it would be great for, let's say, beginners, like absolute beginners. But of course, I say that with a disclaimer that, you know, any deck as long as you are drawn to it, can be something that you would definitely want to learn. So it would be great for a beginner, either way. You have the moon. And the world. You also have some extra cards, the Wanderer and the new moon and the full moon. As always, feel free to slow down, speed up, or pause if you want to take a closer look at the cards. And you'll notice here that this deck is a bit pippish. But it does, some scenes do remind you of the RWS. The wands are depicted as like crystal points here. Moving on to the moons, which are also the cups in traditional RWS. So yes, different art style, but it does have this like dreamy feel to it. But I think that if you were a beginner like me, you would really need to work with a guidebook for this. But it would help you become more comfortable with the numerology and the meanings, and help you be a better reader of pip decks, which eventually is also something that I want to achieve. And the Queen and the King. Then moving on to the sword suit. So some are familiar images to us, to those who know RWS. And moving on to our last suit, the stars, which are also the pentacles, the discs, the coins, aces. So I see myself reaching out for this when I want something neutral. Just like let's say a breather from fully illustrated decks. And yeah, to help me learn the pips. And it has really beautiful quality. Oh, there's plastic. Yeah. Oh. Alright, so I zoomed out so that we can see how this deck shuffles, and then we'll pick a card to read after. So as always, I will be riffle shuffling this deck. And I can do it with some adjustments because I do have small hands and it's a thick cardstock than let's say usual mass market decks, which is nice. It feels really good in the hand, but I do have to exert a little bit more effort to shuffle the deck. Alright, and of course overhand is also easily done, and I really like the gilding in this deck. Okay, so maybe let's get a card to read, please. Oops, okay, so maybe let's pick this one. Alright, so we will be reading for the Seven of Swords. So just to show you, on the guidebook, this is like the I am kind of part of the guidebook, and then it has the upright and reversed positions, and then on the next page it would also show you the a description of the Seven of Swords artwork, why it was drawn this way. Okay, so let's read from the guidebook. Seven of Swords, I am the card of deception. I form a wall of silence around my secrets. Please know that not all deceptions are born out of malice. Remember that the surprise gift you received that brought you joy. And then you have the upright meanings: craftiness, deceptive person, a liar, a thief, or trickery. And then reverse meanings would be revelations of truth, uncovering of adultery, or naivete. So this is the Wandering Moon Tarot. I also have this creator's oracle deck, the Wandering Soul, and also the Wandering Echo, which I will be recording as well and showing you a side-by-side together with the major arcanas in this deck. And again, it might not be something that I will work with right away as I'm learning, but definitely something that I am looking forward to really working it with when I'm challenging myself and when I'm trying to learn how to read pip decks. And again, look at, the details on this deck, the backs, the box itself, it's really a high quality and very well produced deck. So that has been the Wandering Moon Tarot. And if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and I will see you again next time. Bye!